What does it look like to pray throughout the day? I don't know about you, but I often have a battle going on in my head. Things like perfection, trying to be in control, guilt for not working out or eating right, feeling fearful about the unknown, or fear of judgment, or being embarrassed, feelings of guilt or jealousy. The list goes on and on. So I found that if I pray as if I'm sharing my feelings with a friend, then the burden seems lifted. I started to learn about prayer as a little girl. When I was feeling overwhelmed or burdened about something and I would share it with my mom, she would suggest, "Say your prayers, Barbie." I would usually roll my eyes at that comment, but I would try it and I would feel better, like the problem didn't seem so bad after all. As I got older and I experienced higher stake problems or fears, I found relief again when I would pray. I found myself praying many times throughout the day because I would need guidance on a decision, or I just didn't like how I was feeling about something. I often prayed out loud on my way to work in the car. It may have looked as if I was talking on the phone while driving, but I was actually talking as if I had a superhero, whom I call God, as a passenger in the seat next to me. On a side note, I know the name or word God can really trigger feelings for some people, and that's okay. You can call the higher power divine spirit, source, whatever you feel comfortable with. I personally use all sorts of terms. Today, I'm calling this divine source God. Immediately after talking to my superhero passenger God, I would feel better. I often pray as I take walks or run when I need clarity, or I pray in gratitude for the beauty in nature and the refreshment I feel when I'm outside. So, here is how I pray throughout the day. In the morning, it starts with quieting my mind, then writing down my gratitude list. Then I read something inspirational, like a daily devotional or Bible verse. And then I write out my prayer in my journal, asking for guidance for the day or sharing my fears or problems. Throughout the day, the praying continues. When I need to make a decision or I feel stressed, I just think the prayer at the time the feelings occur. In business meetings or confrontational conversations, I mentally put God in the extra chair in the room, asking him to take care of this meeting and for the best outcome for all. During the meeting, I would look over to the empty chair as if to get an intervention or get some divine help. It really has worked every time I've done this. The meeting ends with a conclusion that is best for all. In a recent Wall Street Journal article entitled "The Science of Prayer," it is described as, imagine carrying a backpack hour after hour. It will start to feel impossibly heavy, but if you hand it off to someone else to hold for a while, it will feel lighter when you pick it up again. According to Amy Wachholtz, associate professor and clinical psychology director at the University of Colorado, Denver, Wachholtz says, "This is what prayer can do. It lets you put down your burden mentally for a bit and rest." In the same article, the author reports of another study on religious coping methods that appeared in the Journal of Health Psychology. The study found that people who approach God as a partner or a collaborator in their life actually had better mental and physical health outcomes. And people who are angry at God, who feel punished or abandoned, or relinquish responsibility and defer to God for some solutions, had worse outcomes. It's similar to the way a loving relationship to a partner brings out the best in you. This is according to the lead researcher on that study. So, in building spiritual muscle, you might want to try praying throughout the day. It creates a sense of connection to the unseen power, God, and it feels like you have a superhero saving the day all day long. Don't get me wrong, this is something that takes practice, And not every day are we gonna feel strong. In fact, we feel crappy sometimes. And I guess we have to be okay with that. I'm convinced that I'm percolating on those days, and I just need to ride them out and let them be and still keep up the praying throughout the day in anticipation of a better one tomorrow. That's it for this Worry-Free Wednesday. Spiritual practice number 5, pray throughout the day. Never stop starting, and I'll see you on Sunday for the Sunday Night Blues. Bye.